making beats is a good way for me to express the way I feel without having to also feel self-conscious about it. So that way I'm just able to express freely, you know?
Richard Fortin Presents.
Episode number 25 of Richard Fortin Presents begins right now in Sweet 16 studio, and I am so pumped for this episode because I have an RFP Media original 7 Pahks. His name is Ryan Best. He's known as 7 Pahks. Look him up online right now. But without any further ado, he's right here in front of me. Ryan, thank you so much for coming in.
Hey, it's no problem, man. It's good to be here.
Appreciate it. I've been wanting you to come on this for probably since show number 1. I've been saying, hey, when are you going to come in? When are we going to have a chat? So you made it.
Yeah, man, I'm finally here, and I've been working with you for a while, and it's finally good to sit down and just have a good talk, man.
Cool. So you're a beat maker, you're an engineer, sound engineer, you have a home studio, You've done a bunch of work for me here, working with all sorts from country music to soft rock to hip hop, obviously. Mm-hmm. But you love and are really good at making beats. Tell me how that started.
Yeah, well, I started making beats probably about 10 years ago, and just started right out of the basement, my mom's basement, and just would skip school back in the day just to go home and make beats every day. And now just doing stuff for all these local artists, trying to work with the local scene. Been working with probably every local artist that's been through the North Bay area. I've probably made a beat for them.
You've had them come through, eh?
Yeah, I try to get intact and get in contact with everyone local, anyone who comes through.
Yeah.
Make sure that, we get in contact and try to make some good music. That's what it's all about, making good music.
So when you listen to music, do you listen to it different? You must listen to it differently as somebody who knows what goes into making it.
Well, yeah, I hear that, what people tell me is I have a different ear. I have a really keen sound for what they say is the industry sound. So I try to just tap into the different sounds and frequencies that I guess people don't hear. I just notice it naturally, so I don't really notice it as anything special, but people seem to take a liking to it, so I do what I can.
You're 100% self-taught?
Yeah, 100% self-taught. Like I said, just got my first beat package I got, or the DAW I first got was Reason, and I just brought it in my mom's basement and just months and months, every day.
Just
YouTube tutorials and just trial and error till I figured it out, and just started out with figuring out the snare count, and then once I figured out the snare count, it was just building from there, and it's grown into something that I can't even believe. Been working with.
Yeah, tell me about who you're working with.
I'm working with you through the ADR stuff, working with all these Hollywood movies and stuff, all the way to different artists, working with different studio setups and bands, country music, rock music, and then working with all the different hip hop artists, really getting to develop and basically develop my sound over all this time too, slowly developing my own. I feel like I've developed my own signature sound over the years.
How would you describe your signature sound? How would somebody else describe your signature sound?
Loud. I like loud music. I like loud bass, a lot of 808s.
Yeah.
And lots of crazy hi-hats, and just music that makes you want to go crazy is what I love. I find music is just all about, for me, having fun and having a purpose. So it's you find your purpose with the music, but at the same time you gotta have fun, which is just a whole part of the experience, right? It's all part of the vision.
For sure, and it snowballs, right?
Exactly.
One thing leads to the other, and I mean, I know because I've watched you work for some time now. You really do have a way of kind of including everybody. Like everybody works with you, seems to work with you, right? Comes by once in a while and.
Well, yeah, I try to be that's the thing too, I try to be a good middleman too. I don't try to ever get on anyone's bad side. I try to say I have no enemies. I just like to sit in the background, fly under the radar, and even that's why even doing something like this is weird for me, because I'm not in front of cameras. I'm the background guy. I'm in the shadows working I'm the puppet master, right? Working all from behind the scenes. So
I still love to look at the Cypher Dome ciphers we created. I mean, you obviously led the charge on the creative side and drove it, but we produced it together. For sure. Those Cypher Domes were really something. We got to bring that back.
Yeah, honestly, I get asked about those all the time. When are we going to do another one? Because people were loving those. Just Yeah, good raw talent, freestyle, all original beats.
There is more talent than people realize around here, isn't there?
Yeah, I think people are realizing it more, honestly. Like, more and more artists are starting to connect, and like this is a big part of it. And people are coming here and starting to figure out that there is like a growing music and hip hop scene. And I feel like it's always kind of been in the underground, but yeah, we definitely got to bring it more out and into the open for sure.
That's why we need cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta, cameras and lights, and you're right, that is the idea behind what this space is about. But at the end of the day, you need people to show up and to try and to take some risks and to invest a little money too. And now we're finding people are getting used to that.
And that's the hardest part too, because a lot of artists are really shy and like anxiety ridden, number one, and like number two, a lot of them are broke too. Like you don't have a lot of money, but like music isn't really a viable source of income. So
right.
Like you most likely do it on the side, or if you do it full time, you're struggling most of the time. So
totally.
Yeah, it's totally a job of passion for sure.
Right, and I guess I'm going to use this opportunity to tell people about the deal that we do here that's kind of interesting, because I want to try to get new artists in and give them a chance to experience what a studio and a professional environment feels like, because I think people step up to that. People find a way, it gets them, in a different headspace. And what we've been able to do for a one-time trial, is a really competitive one evening rate where you get a session with 7 Pahks. He'll make the beat, or you can bring your own beat, but you'll record, you'll spend a night together. Pahks will go back home, he'll mix it, he'll master it, he'll send you your copy, and all that we do for like a crazy, beautiful rate of like, under $300 altogether with tax, with the studio time, with everything included. So for anybody out there who's considering like, I wonder what I would sound like in, being produced by 7 Pahks in a studio, that's one way, one time to do it. I mean, if you have I was gonna say sick ass talent, but I don't want to talk like that. If you're like really talented, we're gonna figure out a deal to co-produce. But that's something that we're offering to try to suss out the talent and give them an opportunity, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to find out your hidden talents, of course. Like, not a lot of people get an opportunity to figure out, like, music's very spontaneous. You never know when it's gonna basically take a hold of you and come out, because it's very emotional driven. I find music very emotional driven. If you're feeling a certain way, then that certain sound is gonna come out with you. It's almost like when you're laughing or yelling, it's like that emotion comes out of you. It's the same way when you're making music.
You've told me that music has really helped you in your life, like straighten your life out.
Yeah, 100%.
Now I'm sure a child will help do that too.
Yeah.
No, but tell me how music has helped guide you.
Yeah, well, music has helped me through a lot of stuff, man. I've had a lot of emotional issues, obviously. Even like being an artist, a lot of us suffer from anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So yeah, we're always struggling with our inner demons, so to speak, and that's all I've really done with music. Whenever I get upset or I'm feeling angry or anything, I just get in the booth and I can just let go in my beats. And I've never been a huge fan of my voice. Like, people tell me I should rap all the time, but like, I don't like the way I sound, so making beats is a good way for me to express the way I feel without having to also feel self-conscious about it. So that way I'm just able to express freely,
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's quite a gift. Like, to get to do that, to have a place, you have to have a place to vent, right?
Honestly, I don't know how, like I've even said it before, I don't know how people like live without making music. Like, how is there people out there who don't make music? I don't understand it, because it's like, it's such a pure way to let out all those pent up emotions, and like, I don't understand how people deal with that from day to day without a coping mechanism like that, right?
Well, maybe they don't all have your ears. Maybe you do have a gift with your ears. Maybe that's why you're so drawn to this. Maybe this is something that you need to do. Maybe I'm arguing that right now because I believe that, because I've seen your work, and I know, it's not everybody that can do what you're doing. It really is a particular skill.
Yeah, well, I've definitely been looking for a purpose, so if this is it, then I'm definitely happy with that, because that's technically all I've been driving for this whole time, is just figuring out like the whole reason of why we're here. Like, that's a big part of my philosophy, is like having a reason for being here. Otherwise, it's just like
life search for meaning.
Yeah, otherwise there's really no point to it.
Did you find it?
No, it's like I'm finding out slowly. It's like a constant search. Like, I don't even necessarily want to find out. You know what I mean? Because if you find out, it's over, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a constant experience, and as soon as you find the meaning of that experience, then
it changes.
There's no experience left,
because
right?
everything, even in physics, we know that everything's always shifting. There is no stable, neutral stop. There's no stop button. There's no pause button, and everything stops. It's like, I'm happy now.
No, exactly. We always just crave the next level, right? And that's what I'm all about too. Always trying to get to that next level, and that's why I feel like my music is also getting so much better, and why people are so drawn to my music is because I'm always just I'm not stagnant on any level. I always want to just get better, a little better. I'm never satisfied with what I've done. I don't think I ever will be satisfied with what I've done. I just got to keep going until I'm done, right? Until it's over.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I can't wait to have you come back at RFP Media and be spending more time here. I'm working my butt off to get you back as quick as possible. Yeah. I know it's not always, life is COVID really threw us a curve, but I love working with you. I've been such a fan of you as a person too, the way you've handled challenges and the way, you've handled success. The way you've handled what you're doing, it's been really impressive for me. I think of myself kind of as your big brother, maybe a big cousin.
Yeah,
cousin, an older cousin.
You definitely helped me a lot, and if so to speak, you've mentored me a bit. And production didn't even seem like a viable income source until I showed up here and saw what you were doing here with the simple sound booth, and we just started off with just a soundboard and a sound booth, and even that was
an iPhone.
Above anything that anyone was doing in this city at the time. We have all started from the ground up around here, so anything like this has definitely just been a huge game changer. So
well, I can't thank you enough, man, because you really put work in the early days to help me get going, and I'll always be grateful for that, and I think we'll always be connected and keep working together. So it's just really fun to see you evolve and grow, and I want you to know you're always home here, and I will always do what I can to help promote your stuff and talk about it, because I'm a big believer in the man you are. So
I appreciate that.
Thanks for taking time to be here with us tonight. Thanks for introducing yourself to the audience. I know you don't love being in front of the camera, but I think you do great, and you're repping that Radical Heart Boutique shirt. I love it. The first one to ever own a shirt from this place.
Yeah, funny story. I actually made the shirts. Me and GQ, we made them in his house there. That's the first prototype designs of the Radical Heart Boutique.
I'm still trying to get that store off the ground. I still don't have it off the ground, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, Darren.
Hey, it's all a work in progress.
Radical Heart Boutique is gonna happen. It might just take a couple.
Everything's a work in progress, man. Yeah, we just gotta stick to the vision, find time to put towards that vision, and it'll come with time, man.
It'll come with time. Stay focused. I'm going to think of those things as I fall asleep tonight. It'll come with time. Stay focused. Ryan, I would 100%. Love everybody here to go follow you and see what you're doing as you're doing it. Can you look into this camera and tell people exactly where to go find you, your tags on Instagram, website, or whatever, wherever you want people to track you down?
Of course. Yeah, if you want to find me online, you can find me at 7Pahks. So that's 7 and Pahks instead of CKS on Pahks. So that's at 7Pahks, and on Instagram, Facebook. I'm not really active a lot because I'm kind of in the background a lot, but you'll see a lot of my new projects and people I'm working with just by what's going out through the pipeline. So yeah, check me out.
And if you want a session with 7Pahks in Sweet 16 Studio, we can hook that up. So you can always just get a hold of me and I will hook you up to 7Pahks. Oh, by the way, he sells beats. He sells his beats exclusively. So if you're curious to get a beat pack from 7Pahks, I think you just got to get a hold of him, and he'll send you an email and you can buy some beats off him. And trust me, folks, there's a lot of heat in that pack. There is a lot of heat. So thanks, Ryan, for being here. You're amazing. I love you, brother. Darren, we got another show in the bag. Thank you so much. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share it with your friends. Please help me get the word out. Sponsor. Send me money. Do anything you feel like doing to help support what we're doing. We really, really appreciate it. And I love you too. Talk to you soon.